things that we spoke about in this area of forgiveness was also the fact that, the people that have hurt you, the people that you feel like have, done you wrong in any way, that you're kind of still holding on to in many ways, is it's time to let go, only because, perhaps they were doing their best and you were doing your best, and that's all it is. That's all it is. I'm in a place in the Gita at the moment as well, the Bhagavad Gita, where in the 6th chapter, Krishna is describing to Arjuna about how to be the perfect yogi. And he says, a perfect yogi is somebody who kind of unwavers in the face of, a good person or a bad person, because there is an understanding, there's an awareness that the person is only acting in an inappropriate way or in a wrong way because they're misled by their ego, right? So everybody underneath all the layers of what makes us each individuals in our upbringing, in our families, in our interactions with people, underneath all of that, there is a current of goodness, right? There is a current of, I'm doing the best that I can. I want to be a good human being, and that's that. So let's try and remember that and channel that as we perhaps breathe into the back of the heart this morning and allow ourselves to forgive, not maybe forget, but definitely forgive and be able to move on, mostly for ourselves, not even for the other person. Buddha has this beautiful saying about anger and how anger doesn't really affect the other person. It just physiologically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually affects us. So here's to letting go of some of that stuff that we're holding on to and rectifying our relationships, even if the person isn't in front of you, just allowing ourselves to kind of mend those relationships. All right, so get on your mats, get your props. If you have blocks that you use for your practice, bring your blocks. If you have a strap, that would be really useful as well. Just come join me whenever you're ready. We're going to begin on the mat in a child's pose. So come on in. Welcome. So just taking a few deep breaths in, a few deep breaths out, allowing yourself to maybe even make this a little bit of an active child's pose. Taking the elbows off the floor, actively stretching the body out, breathing in, breathing out, allowing yourself to lengthen through the sides of the body. If you've got a pet at home, you probably see your cat or your dog kind of come into this position, stretch out, breathe into the shoulders a little bit. Take another deep inhale. Deep exhale. Inhale to lift the torso up. You're going to sit back onto your heels. And then take the right arm back behind you. Bend at the elbow. Take the left hand to the right elbow and gently guide the elbow to the center line of the head. So press the head actively back into your arm and breathe into your body. Beautiful. Let's go the opposite way. Take the left arm to the back of your head, right hand to the left elbow. Gently guide the elbow so it's in the center line of your head. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale to come back through center. Take your arms out in front of you. Take the right arm underneath the left arm. Wrap and twist. Lift the elbows up into the sky. Breathe into your shoulders. Breathe into your upper back. Arch the back if it feels like a good idea. On the exhalation, draw the elbows down to the belly button and just allow yourself to spread your wings in your upper back. So really spreading the upper back apart. Breathe into the body. Inhaling, coming back up through center, unravel the arms, and let's go the opposite way. Left arm under right arm, wrap it and twist. Lift the elbows up into the sky, breathe into the upper back, inhale. As you exhale, round the body, bring the elbows to the belly button, breathe out. Spreading those wings in the upper back, allowing yourself to really stretch through whatever you're holding on to in that upper back space. Coming back through center, let's come to all fours. So we're going to just take a few moments of freedom here in the all fours position. Just allow yourself to circle through the wrists a little bit. Start to create a little bit more movement. Breathe into the wrists. Say good morning to your forearms, your wrists. Don't know what you've been up to yesterday, but if you practice with me at all, your wrists are probably a little bit sore. So just take a moment to breathe into the wrists. That's it. Linger in any places that feel like you need a little bit of a yummier stretch. And then coming back through center, let's turn the palms over so the fleshy part of the palm is facing up to the sky. Inhale to drop the belly, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up, inhale. Exhale, chin to chest, round the body and send the floor away. Let's do that a couple more times. Belly drops, heart lifts, wave the spine forward, roll the shoulders back. Exhaling, chin to chest, round the body and send the floor away. Let's do that one more time. Belly drops, heart lifts, wave the spine forward, roll the shoulders back. Exhaling, chin to chest, round the body and send the floor away. Inhaling back through center, turn the palms over. Keep the left hand as is. Take the right arm up to the sky. Lean back, chest open. On the exhalation, thread that needle. Take the arm over. Let me turn around so we can kind of face each other here. Right arm going under. Right cheek on the floor. Extend the left arm forward. So feel free to extend the left leg out to the left if that serves you. You can also take this left arm back behind you to find your right inner thigh. Keep looking over the shoulder, breathing and twisting. Let the breath be long. Send your breath into any tightness that you feel in your body. Allow yourself to just expand everywhere on the inhale. That's it. Coming back through center, push the floor away. Let's come back to all fours. Keep your knees in line with your hips and then walk your hands forward, coming into Anahatasana pose. So this is your first time coming into the posture, maybe a little bit uncomfortable. I'm not going to even call it painful, it's just discomfort. So allow yourself to just sit with the discomfort and notice how it feels. Maybe you've already stretched a little bit before your practice this morning, in which case you're feeling more open. But if this is your first stretch, just take a moment to breathe into or lean into whatever it is that you're feeling. Continue making that breath nice and long and deep. And then inhaling, coming back through center. Let's go ahead and go to the opposite side. So I'm going to turn around for this one. Right hand stays down, left arm up to the sky, lean back, chest open. On the exhalation, take the left arm through. It's the same thing on this side. So go ahead and take the left arm through, right arm reaching forward. Option to take the right leg out to the right so the toes line up with your left fingertips. And then the right arm goes back behind you to find that inner thigh. Breathe in, breathe out. Take a big breath in, push the floor away. Let's come back to all fours. So going into Anahatasana one more time. This time you're going to extend the arms forward and see if you can get down a little bit lower. So we've all done the pose once before. See if you can just allow yourself to melt more of the chest onto the mat. Try and get more and more of your armpits onto the floor. Just breathe into your body and notice how this feels. Allow yourself to resist less and accept more. Just allow yourself to notice where your tightness is and see if it's actually possible to breathe into that tightness. Closing the eyes, breathing in, breathing out. Take another deep breath in. And let's go ahead and shift into Sphinx pose. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up. Press the palms into the floor one by one. Pick up the legs and extend the legs back behind you. Press down through the tops of the feet. Press down through the pinky sides of both the feet. Take an inhale, push the floor away. Lift the elbows off the floor. Roll the shoulders back. As you exhale, drop the elbows down to the mat. Let's do that again. Take an inhale to lift up. Breathe into the upper back. As you exhale slowly, releasing all the way down to the floor. Let's go once more. Take an inhale, push the floor away, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up. As you exhale, allow everything to come down to the mat. Slide the hands back, peel your chest off the floor. Take a big breath in. On the exhalation, send the floor away, breathing in, breathing out. Arrive into your downward facing dog. So take your feet slightly wider than hip width apart. Take your hands slightly wider than shoulder distance apart. Take an inhale breath. As you exhale, allow yourself to send your chest towards your thighs. Breathe into your body. Allow the crown of the head to come down towards the floor. If you have the option to press the heels into the mat and relax your toes, take your toes off the mat, just continue sending your sit bones up to the sky to create as much space in the upper back as you possibly can. Breathing, send your chest towards the thighs, send your thighs towards the back of the space. Breathe in, breathe out. Focusing on that space in the upper back, allowing yourself to relax those muscles and just create more and more room. Bring everything back to center. Hands are shoulder width, feet are hip width apart. Let's do a couple of rounds of a waving vinyasa. So lift your heels up, wave the spine forward, drop the hips, lift the heart, warming up the spine. Exhale, chin to chest, take it back into your downward facing dog. Let's go again. Take an inhale, shift forward, drop the hips and lift the heart. Exhaling, chin to chest, take it back into your downward facing dog. One more time, waving the spine forward, dropping the hips, lifting the heart. Inhale. Exhaling, chin to chest, take it all the way back into your down dog. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, go ahead and walk your hands back to meet your feet. Allow yourself to breathe into the back of the legs one more time. If you want to grab opposite elbows, you can grab opposite elbows and just allow yourself to lengthen through the spine, lengthen through the crown of your head, lengthen through the neck. No tension wherever you can help it. We get so good at carrying that tension. Just take a moment to let it go. And then big bend in the knees as you slowly begin to rise all the way up. Take your arms up. Cactus your arms, open the chest, roll the shoulders back so you're still standing up here. Just want to show you where we're going with this. Take your arms back behind you, interlace your fingers, extend the arms back, make the room. As you exhale, we're going to fold over the legs. Breathe in, breathe out. Slowly releasing the hands down the back of the legs, massaging into the hamstrings, the calves, the Achilles tendons, allowing yourself to say thank you for having an amazing body that works. Thank you for being absolutely awesome for waking up this morning and doing everything you've already done. And I promise to take good care of you. Yeah, so using your practice to honor your body. Ground your heels into the mat and slowly rise all the way up to standing. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up. Take the arms up to the sky, watch your palms touch. Inhale. Exhaling, hands to heart center, Samasthiti. So here's to getting rid of our own baggage, right? Nobody else is responsible for carrying the heavy load that we carry, right? That the load that you carry, the issues that you carry, the judgments that you carry, they are your own, right? So let's see if we can lighten some of that load this morning. Let's see if we can actually allow ourselves to forgive, perhaps again, not forget, but just let go and know that, you know, trust maybe even that what people do and how circumstances unravel or come together even are for our doing, right? They're for us, they're never against us. So let's see how that plays out in our practice today. Take a big breath into your belly. Open the mouth, exhale, release. Let's go through a couple of rounds. Surya Namaskara A. Take an inhale, reach your arms up, palms touch. Exhaling, fold forward, Uttanasana. Halfway up, lift up and lengthen, breathe in. As you exhale, walk yourself forward into downward facing dog. Lift your heels, wave the spine forward, plank pose, inhale. Knees down, chin and chest come down into a hover. Wave the spine through, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up, come in cobra pose. On the exhalation, take yourself back into downward facing dog. Continue breathing in, breathing out. Allow yourself to make that room. Send the crown of the head down towards the floor if that felt like a really good idea. Allow yourself to breathe, manifest that space in the upper back. On your next exhalation, walk your hands back to meet your feet. Halfway up, lift up and lengthen. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale to rise. Bend the knees slightly. Allow yourself to reach the arms up to the sky. Let's go straight into it. Exhale to fold forward, Uttanasana. Halfway up, lift up and lengthen. As you exhale, walk your hands forward. Come in downward facing dog. Lift your heels and wave the spine forward, plank pose. Inhale. Knees down, chin and chest come down to the floor, or chaturanga if you want to take it. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up, breathe in. Exhale to take yourself back into your downward facing dog. Big breath in, big breath out. If it feels like a good idea, you can always come into dolphin pose as well. So that becomes even more of a shoulder opener, even more of an upper back opener. Deep inhales into the upper back space, deep exhales. If you're in dolphin pose, press through the palms, take the elbows off the mat, come back into your down dog. Walk your hands back towards your feet on your next exhalation. Halfway up, lift up and lengthen. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale to rise, reach the arms up to the sky, watch your palms touch. Last round, exhaling, fold forward, Uttanasana. Halfway up, lift up and lengthen, breathe in. As you exhale, walk yourself forward into downward facing dog. Lift your heels, wave the spine forward, plank pose, inhale. Knees down, chin and chest come down to the floor, or chaturanga. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up, breathe in. Exhaling back into downward facing dog. Deep breath in, deep breath out. This time we're going to do a little bit more here. So you're going to shift yourself forward into plank pose. Bring your feet together, come onto the outer edge of your left foot, left hand stacked, left arm protracted, push and engage, and right arm goes up to the sky. So see if you can lift your hips up a little bit and stand on your bottom foot, and that makes it a little bit more stable for you to be here in your side plank. Look down towards the floor. We're going to shift to the opposite side. So right arm stacked, press through, engage, protract, left arm up to the sky. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep lifting your hips up to the sky. Keep grounding your feet into the floor. Take another inhale breath. As you exhale, come back into plank pose. Lean forward, lowering down slowly. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up, breathe in. Exhaling back into downward facing dog. Take a big breath in, big breath out. Go ahead and take the right leg up to the sky. As you exhale, bring that knee into your chest, round the body, and step the foot forward. Pop up onto your fingertips, roll the shoulders back. Take an inhale to lift the chest up. As you exhale, fold over the right leg. Let's do that a couple more times. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up, breathe in. Exhale to fold over the right leg. Let's do it one more time, rolling the shoulders back, lifting the chest up. Exhale to fold and hold. Breathe into your body. So allow yourself to really take a few deep breaths into your right hamstring. Allow yourself to stretch it out if it's the first stretch of the day. Just being a little bit mindful of how you're not trying to force yourself to open the body, but just gently prying it open with your breath, all right? So always being really nice and kind and aware of what you're doing and how you're doing it. You want to treat this practice as a present, as a gift for your body, right? Not as a punishment. So really be present with the gift that you're giving your body. Take a big breath in, big breath out. We're going to slowly rebend through the right knee. Stay strong in the back leg, arms go up to the sky, come in crescent pose. Strong back leg, breathe into your body. Take an inhale breath. As you exhale, cactus your arms, open the chest, roll the shoulders back. Take an inhale to straighten the arms, straighten the legs. As you exhale, cactus the arms and open the chest. Let's go one more time. Inhale to breathe, reach up to the sky. As you exhale, cactus the arms and open the chest. Breathe in. Left hand comes down to the floor, right arm goes back behind you. Inhale, let's pulse it out here. On the exhalation, breathe into your upper back as you take your right arm underneath the right leg. Couple more times like this. Inhale to lean back, open the chest. As you exhale, take the arm underneath the leg. One more time. Inhale to lean back, chest is nice and open here. As you exhale, arm goes under. Inhale to reach the arm back up to the sky. Tuck your back toes under, take your back knee off the floor, come onto the outer edges of both your feet. You're going to keep your left arm where it is, just simply step your right foot back. Lift your hips up, lift the heart up, come in wild thing. Roll the shoulders back, lift up, breathe in, breathe out. Look down towards the floor, back into three-legged downward facing dog. Feel free to set the right foot down to the floor, otherwise we're shifting forward into plank. Lowering down, chaturanga. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up, breathe in. Exhaling back into downward facing dog. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Let's move to the second side here. Left leg, take it up to the sky. As you exhale, bring that knee into your chest and step the foot forward in between your hands. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up, breathe in. Exhale to fold over the left leg. Same thing on this side, rolling the shoulders back, lifting the chest up, breathe in. Exhale to fold forward over the left leg. One more time, rolling the shoulders back, breathing into the body. On the exhalation, fold, and this time we hold. Press the heel into the floor and flex the toes back towards your face. If you want a little bit more of a stretch in the back of this left leg, keep sending the left hip back in space as well. Keep leveling out your pelvis, keep breathing in. So don't forget about that back leg. Keep sending the back heel into the floor to give yourself a nice big stretch in the back of the ankle there. Take another big inhale. Slowly rebending through the left knee. Arms go up to the sky, the legs are nice and strong, reach up, try and press the right heel back behind you. Cactus the arms, open the chest, roll the shoulders back. Let's pulse a couple of times here. Inhale to straighten everything out. As you exhale, lunge and come in a little bit deeper. Twice more like this. Inhale to breathe and straighten out. As you exhale, lunge and come in a little bit deeper. One more time. Inhale to breathe, reach up. As you exhale, lunge, breathe in, breathe out. Right hand comes down to the floor, right knee comes down to the mat, lean back, chest open. Inhale. As you exhale, take the left arm underneath the left leg. If you want a little bit more, take the right knee off the floor, lean back, chest open. On the exhalation, left arm underneath the left thigh. One more time, inhale to lean back, chest open, heart open. As you exhale, arm underneath. Go ahead and extend the left arm up to the sky. Come onto the outer edges of both your feet. Simply step the left foot back behind you. Lift your hips up. Lift your heart up. Come in, wild thing. Breathe in, breathe out. Look down towards the floor. Left hand down. Left leg up to the sky. Your choice again. Shifting forward into plank this way. Lower down, chaturanga, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up, breathe in. Exhale, knees down, sit back, child's pose. Take a few deep breaths in, a few deep breaths out. So always trying to create moments of pause in your practice so you can check in with your intention, you can check in with where you are, because oftentimes what tends to happen is we get caught up with the movement part and we forget why we got on the mat in the first place. So just take a moment to come back to your awareness, come back to your why, allow yourself to recalibrate using your breath. And as you're hanging out in this forward fold here in child's pose, think about breathing into the back of that heart space again. So more and more breathfulness into the back of that heart. Take a couple more deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Okay, nice and mellow today. Look forward, go ahead and wave the spine forward, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up. Exhaling back into downward facing dog. Take a big breath in, look forward, bend your knees. As you exhale, step, jump, float or fly to the top of the mat. Halfway up, lift up and lengthen. Exhale to fold forward. Bend the knees, arms go up, chair pose, Utkatasana. Sink the pelvis nice and low, send the tailbone down, draw the belly in. Go ahead and reach opposite elbows and gently guide the elbows back behind you to open up the shoulders a little bit more. Keep lifting your gaze up, so try not to round your back and look down. Lift your gaze or look up towards the sky. Keep reaching your arms back. Take another deep breath in. Exhale to release everything down to the floor. Shake the neck out, shake the head out, allow it all to go. And let's do that one more time. Bend the knees, arms go up, chair pose, Utkatasana. Send the weight back into your heels, opposite forearm on top. Take an inhale, reach the arms back. Drop the tailbone down, lean back, lift the head up. Take another deep breath in, reach the arms back, breathe into your shoulders. As you exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Halfway up, lift up and lengthen. As you exhale, plant your palms and step back to downward facing dog. Lift your heels, wave the spine forward, plank pose. Knees, chin, chest, or halfway lower, chaturanga. Roll the shoulders back, lift the heart up to the sky, breathe in. Exhaling back into downward facing dog. Right leg, take it up to the sky. As you exhale, bring that knee into your chest, step the foot forward in between your hands. Back heel goes down, arms up, warrior one. Cactus the arms here, open up the chest, roll the shoulders back. We're going to take it a little bit further here. You're going to take your arms back behind you, interlace the fingers, lift the heart. As you exhale, we're coming down, humble warrior. So come on in. Allow the head to hang. Allow the arms to breathe. Keep hugging the right outer thigh back into the midline. Coming back up, reach the arms up to the sky, inhale. As you exhale, hands down, Right leg up to the sky. Your choice, three-legged, four-legged vinyasa. Come on through. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up. Let's meet in cobra or up dog. Exhaling back into downward facing dog. Let's go to the opposite side here. Right foot down, left leg up to the sky. As you exhale, bring that knee into your chest, step the foot forward, back heel down, arms up, warrior one. Let's try and level out your pelvis and the left hip back and the right hip forward without losing the connection with the outer edge of the back foot. Cactus your arms, open the chest. Reach the arms back behind you, roll the shoulders back, lift the heart up. Exhaling, coming down inside the left thigh. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep hugging the left outer thigh back into the midline. Couple of deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Surrender. Inhale to rise back up, reach the arms up to the sky. As you exhale, hands come down to the floor, step back, three-legged vinyasa, four-legged vinyasa, absolutely your choice. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up. Exhaling back into downward facing dog. Big breath in, big breath out. Let's walk the hands back to meet the feet. Allow yourself to hang out here for a moment. So if when you twist, you like to bring your feet together, go ahead and heel toe your feet together so your big toes and your inner heels are touching. When you're ready, bend the knees, arms go up, chair pose, Utkatasana. Hands to your heart center, take an inhale, lift the heart. As you exhale, twist over to the right side. Draw the belly in and wring the body out. So send the hips way, way, way back. Send the weight back into your heels, get the thighs parallel, and then use the palms to press towards each other to twist this thoracic spine up towards the sky. Inhaling, coming back, through center, knees in one line, please. As you exhale, move to the opposite side. So try not to allow your hips to move too far out to the right side. Keep your knees in one line. Nice. Inhale, coming back through center, hands come down to the floor. You're gonna heel to your feet slightly apart and drop your hips in between. Breathe into your body here. Whew. First one of the day. Always feels a little bit interesting, this Malasana. Never can get used to it, really. Breathe into your body. How much Chairasana have you done yesterday is probably what's going to show up in your Malasana this morning. Deep breath in, deep breath out. As you hang out in Malasana, one of my favorite variations is to reach the arms around. So all the way from the armpits, reach the arms around and stand on the palms. And from here, just allowing the crown of the head to come down towards the floor and just feeling the stretch in the lower back. Especially if your day requires a lot of sitting down, it's one of the best stretches that you can feel. Just breathe, allow the neck to be nice and long, allow the head to be heavy, and just breathe into your entire spine here. Yummy stretches. Building that heat in the body. Coming back through center. If you want to stay in Malasana for a couple more breaths, please feel free to stay there. Otherwise, you're coming into Bakasana for me. So knees on triceps, lean forward, push the floor away, lifting up, coming in, holding the pose for 5, 4, 3, keep pushing the floor away, breathe in, breathe out, 2, and 1. Set the feet back down. Everybody together, let's walk it forward into downward facing dog. We're going to go straight into warrior 2 with this next one. Take the right leg up to the sky. As you exhale, bring that knee into your chest, round the body and step the foot forward. Back heel goes down, windmill the arms up. We're coming in Virabhadrasana 2. So I'm going to turn around so I can face you guys as well. So the right foot is forward, left foot is back. Coming in, to your warrior two. So let's take a couple of pulses here to get in nice and deep. Take an inhale, reach up. As you exhale, reach the arms back out. Again, inhale to reach up, circle the arms back behind you, and reach the arms back out. Let's go one more time. Inhale to straighten. Exhale to bend, reach the arms out, get it nice and low. Breathe into your pelvis, guide the knee forward, drop into the posture, knee aligning with the ankle on that front foot, arms reaching out like a T shape. Big breath in, big breath out. You're going to take your right arm, place it onto your upper back. So we did this at the beginning of the practice. Take your left hand to your right elbow, gently guide the elbow so it's in the center line of your head. Lift your head up into your arm, breathe into your upper back. If you have the space to go further, you're going to take your left arm back behind you and find that bind. Otherwise, you can grab a bit of t-shirt, you can also grab a strap, or you can continue just holding here. I'm just going to go with variation one, keep it nice and simple. Straighten up that front leg, turn the toes over to the left side. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, begin to look forward, lean forward. Keep lifting your head up into your arm. Try to keep your chin away from the chest. Take another deep breath in. As you exhale, you're going to release your hands down to the floor. Okay? So take your feet wide. Take your hands back. Prasarita Padottanasana A. Hands back. Take an inhale, lift the head up. As you exhale, crown of the head coming down towards the floor. Now holding it here, if you have a practice of a tripod headstand, for sure you want to take that tripod headstand here. So hug the elbows in, push the floor away. Breathe, lift the heels up. Take it all the way up. If you're up in your headstand, take a few more breaths. And then slowly lowering down with a lot of control. Coming down with all that control, nice and solid. Send the floor away, place your hands on your hips, strong through the body. Turn your right toes to the front of the mat. Bend that front knee, ground the foot into the floor. And then see how you can manage this transition here next. So you're going to bring your left ankle on top of the right knee. Funky chair pose. Reach your arms forward, take an inhale. As you exhale, drop the hips. Let's go again. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to drop the hips. One more time. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to drop the hips and hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to unravel that left leg, send it back behind you, put your hands on the floor inside your right foot, come in Skandasana. Breathe into your body. We're just going to move to the back of the mat here, so shift to the opposite side. Breathe into the body. You're going to look to the back of your mat, look to where your left foot is, and let's come in, warrior two. So heel to arch alignment, windmill the arms up, warrior two. Going to the opposite side here. Take an inhale to straighten the arms, straighten the legs. As you exhale, lunge and come in a little bit deeper. Again, inhale to breathe, reach for the sky. As you exhale, lunge and come in nice and deep. One more time, inhale to breathe. As you exhale, lunge and come into your deepest variation yet. Take the left arm to the back of the head. Right hand to your left elbow. Gently guide the elbow so it's in the center line of your head, and then press the head back into the arm to lift the chest up. Sorry, to lift the chin away from the chest. Alright, so again, any variation of Gomukhasana arms that you want, you can take your arm back and find that bind. Just breathe into whatever feels right. Straighten up that left leg, left toes pointing to the center line, to the right side. Take an inhale, lift the chest up. As you exhale again, begin to fold forward. So you kind of want to stop where you feel like you're going to round your back, okay? Because that defeats the purpose. Keep your chin away from the chest, keep arching your back, and stop wherever you feel like you're compromised in your position. Take another big breath in. As you exhale, you're slowly going to release your hands down to the floor. So this time, we're going to see if we can bring the forearms down to the mat. I'm going to give you two options here. Your first option is to take your head down to the floor in front and come up into tripod headstand this way, right? So your head comes down here, your heels come up, and you go up into your tripod headstand. The second is to press up into Pincha Mayurasana. So forearms down on the floor. You're going to push the floor away, lean forward, lift. See if you can, take yourself all the way up into Pincha Mayurasana. If not, hold with the heels lifted, breathe into your body. Wherever you are, take another deep breath in. Slowly lowering down with control. Send the floor away, rise all the way up. Turn your left toes to face the back of the mat. Press into your left foot. We're going to shift in to come into that funky variation of chair pose. Reach the arms forward. So inhale to come out of the pose. Exhale to drop your hips and go deep. Again, inhale to breathe and lift up. Exhale to drop and go a little bit deeper. One more time, inhale to breathe, lift up. Exhale to go as low as you can, hold here, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Unravel the leg, right leg goes to the back of the mat, walk your hands to the midline. We're gonna add a twist here, so left hand stays down. Take your right hand to your lower back, gently press the floor away, make sure your pelvis is neutral, and then reach your right arm up to the sky. So actively push with the left arm, actively reach with the right arm, lean back, chest open. That's it, coming back through centers. That's an experimental twist. We want to try and go a little bit deeper here. Right hand down, left hand to your lower back. Push the floor away, lift up, lengthen. Left arm reaches, breathe in, breathe out. Nice, come back through center and just allow yourself to hang out here for a moment. Breathe into the back of the legs. Notice all that opening in your body. Noticing all that space as well. Allowing yourself to celebrate how your body is feeling just after like 45 minutes of practice. Pretty cool, huh? All right, so we're gonna take it just a little bit deeper. You're going to take your right hand over to your left ankle. Try and grab the ankle and really pull on your grip. Take your left arm up to the sky. You can also take the left hand back behind you and find your right inner thigh. So gently use your grip to bring your torso over your left leg. Breathe in, breathe out. If the right elbow touches the floor, wonderful. Awesome job. Let's go to the opposite side. Left hand to the right ankle. Right arm goes back behind you. Find the left inner thigh and then begin to use the grip to bring your torso over the right leg. Keep looking over your shoulder, your right shoulder. Breathe and twist. Coming back through center, hands on your hips to stand up nice and tall. Turn your right toes to the front of the mat, bend the knee, windmill the arms down to the floor. Let's come through a vinyasa. Step back, come on through. Knees down, chin and chest come down to the floor. Wave the spine through, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up. Exhaling back into downward facing dog. And turn around. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and jump through, sit down. So we're preparing for a posture called dragonfly pose. Now, this posture requires a fair bit of hip opening. So if you feel like you're not that open in the hips, so you might want a little bit more of a warm up. A great way to warm up for the hips, to open up the hips in the specific way that we need them open, is to come into this kind of figure of four shape. If you want to do this figure of four at the wall as well, you can, so you can kind of sit back against the wall and kind of hold this shape here, right? So if you're able to sit down, the closer you bring the bottom foot in, the more stretch you're going to feel in the outer thigh on the top leg. You can also do it against the wall laying down. I'm not going to go into that. I think the sitting variation works pretty well actually. If you feel like you're ready to go into the posture, you want to try the pose, come along with me. So I like to come into this posture standing up. So I'll show it to you sideways and I'll show it to you a couple of different ways. So those of you on the floor doing a warm-up, just watch and perhaps try it a little bit later. So I'm going to go right side, okay? So with this one, what you got to be able to do is not only come forward, but you have to be able to twist, right? So you got to get, so I'm going with the right foot, I got to get the right tricep all the way against the sole of my right foot and press here. So this might be a really great place to stay and work as well. This outer thigh stretch is insane, all right? If you feel like you want to take the actual arm balance, you're going to place your hands on the floor, actually stand on your arm and float the bottom leg up. So your hips are pretty high, right? And if you're wearing moisturizer, you might be in a little bit of trouble there. so maybe try this one right after the shower, right after your shower. All right, so again, just the prayer twist, like the twisted chair position, is a great place to hold. So if you're here, this is great, right? If you're able to twist it out, that's a great place to hold as well. You get a lot of big hip opening here. If you feel like you have the space to go into the arm balance, try and get the leg all the way up towards the armpit. Lean forward, place the hands on the floor, push the floor away, lean in, float the bottom leg up. That's it. Dragonfly, just like that. So again, if you're unable to come into the posture, it's absolutely fine. It's one of the more challenging postures only because you need a lot of hip opening. You need a lot of opening in the pelvis, and maybe it's also the morning time, so perhaps try it in the evening when you're a little bit more open, or maybe a couple more hip opening postures before you get in. All right, well done. Let's come onto our backs and prepare for Urdhva Dhanurasana, wheel pose. Place the feet on the floor. Let's go through a couple of rounds of pulsing bridge pose. Here we go. Take an inhale. Lift your hips up, arms up. As you exhale, arms down, hips down. A couple more times like this. Arms up, hips up on the inhale. Arms down, hips down on the exhale. Let's go one more time. Inhale to breathe. Arms up, hips up. So you can also take a supported bridge pose here. You can also interlace your fingers underneath your hips. What I like to do is I like to come underneath and just support my pelvis with my hands. And then just as a reminder for my legs, I like to bring the legs in, engage the legs, release the glutes a little bit so I can remind myself of what I want to be able to feel and not feel when I'm upside down. How the glutes automatically engage, make sure you notice that. And actively pull the lower ribs in as well to connect a little bit to your belly, to your core strength. Slowly releasing the pelvis down to the floor. So feel free to repeat bridge pose, that's absolutely fine. If you feel like you have the space to come into your wheel, let's take it up into wheel pose. If you're going up into wheel, hands at the side of your head, hug the elbows in. Please come to the crown of your head first, and then press the floor away gently to lift up. And Let's take 8 deep breaths here. If you feel like you want to take it a little bit deeper, walk your hands in towards your feet. When you're ready, slowly lowering down with control. Take your time. Resist the urge to bend your knees and hug your knees into your chest right after a back bend. What we'll do instead is bring the right ankle on top of the left thigh and come into a figure of 4 stretch. So if you want to grab behind the hamstring or the shin, if you feel like you have a deeper practice or you want to practice a little bit more hip opening, you can always take the right leg into your arms, wrap your arms around the leg, lay the head down completely. If you have the space to go deeper still, extend the left leg out in front of you. Take another big breath in. As you exhale, slowly allow yourself to come into a twist. Right knee to the left side, shoulders down as much as you can help it. Breathe in, breathe out. And then slowly coming back through center. So let's do the same thing on the left side. Left ankle on top of the right knee. Come into a figure of 4 stretch, anywhere that you want to grip, or you're coming into reclining pigeon. Take a few deep breaths in, a few deep breaths out, resisting the urge to judge yourself in any way. Just forgive your left side for being what it is. Allow yourself to just take a few inhales, a few exhales here. Slowly releasing, allow yourself to guide that knee over and down to the right side. Look over your left shoulder, breathe and twist. Inhale, coming back through center, giving yourself a giant hug for all the work you've done this morning. Wrap your arms around your beautiful self. Allow yourself to flatten your entire spine into the floor. Bring the forehead to the knees. Breathe in, breathe out for 5, 4, 3, 2. And allow yourself to come into Shavasana. If there's anything else that you'd like to add to your practice, please feel free to do so before you come into a few moments of surrender. So as you come into your Shavasana, making sure that you're allowing yourself to release all the work, all the tension in the body. Allow yourself to surrender yourself into the floor, into the mat for a few moments here. Just let the floor take on all of your work, all of your stories, all of the stuff. Keep your mind in the room. Try not to allow your mind to go too far on its journey away from the mats already. As you lay here in these final few moments, I just want to read you something that you can take away with you and kind of keep in the back of your mind as you go through your day today. Don't try to forgive. Forgiveness is not a doing. Simply accept that that this moment is exactly the way it is right now. And the past was the way it was. Accept your non-acceptance in the present and forgive your inability to forgive. Feel your breath, the sensations in your body, the life that burns brightly in you. Everyone is doing their best, even when it seems like they're doing their worst. Everyone is dreaming or having a nightmare, battling with pain you may never understand. You don't have to condone their actions. You may not be able to wake them up. You don't even have to like what happened. Simply let go of the illusion that it could have been any different, because you are different now. Don't focus on something you have no control over. The past is a distant land. Bring your attention back to this moment, your source of true power, your place of connectedness. Wake up from the dream that anyone has any power to take away your inner peace. Drop the need to be right. Embrace the need to be free. I'm going to say that again because I love it so much. Drop the need to be right and embrace instead your need to be free. Come out of the story of my life and reclaim the moment. Be here in your new life. Show up for this brand new day. This is forgiveness. As long as we hold on to what has been, all the stories of the past, we're living there. We're continuously living there. So allowing ourselves to let all of that go allows us to be in the moment, right here, right now, where life is happening. So continue to bring yourself back to the most important moment, which is right here. I hope you have the most beautiful rest of your day. Continue to allow yourself to be in this space of freedom. So much love, so much grace, so much gratitude, so much self-love. Namaste.